from Eastern Washington University joins us on the dais now. Start with an opening statement, and then he will take questions. We have Megan and Josh on the sides here with roaming microphones. Coach, you can begin. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. First off, I want to say the team we face today is a very good football team. Obviously, they've proved that over not just the course of the year, but over a period of time now. We played our absolute asses off. I'm appreciative of that, but that's not a victory. We don't believe in moral victories at Eastern. We didn't play well enough to win today, and it's unfortunate. I feel like I failed the seniors, and I've got to do more. But we played our tails off today. We fought through a lot of adversity, whether it be bad playing, bad coaching, penalties. We had self-inflicted some of the wounds that we have, and you can't do that against anybody, but especially on this stage. Those get exploited all too often. It wasn't a fantastic 60 minutes, but I thought, like I said, we more than held our own for a lengthy period of time. We came in aggressive, we played aggressive, we coached aggressive, and we'll leave here aggressive.
Coach, thank you. Questions for Coach Best? Again, we have microphones roaming. Megan on this side, Josh over there. Second row.
Brenna Green, Crum 2 News. Coach Best, what made it so difficult for your team to put together drives in this game today?
Too many penalties. And when we had penalties, they were big penalties. They weren't 10-yard variety. They were 50 because we gained 40 on those 10-yard plays. Lining up incorrectly, holding. We had too many penalties. We executed well in areas, though. The last touchdown we had, we executed, I think, in 5 plays, went down the field. And that's what Eric Barriere is going to bring to us in the future. He's a puppy in this game. So is I. We all make mistakes. You just see his physically, not ours over the phone. To succeed, you got to fail. And he didn't fail today. He succeeded with small hurdles along the way.
Coach, to your left.
You got the fake field goal right before halftime, got some momentum. How difficult was it, the way the second half started with the 2 turnovers and basically trading turnovers with them and not being able to get much out of it?
It was like the 5-minute frenzy. You know, I don't know. I looked up at the clock and there's 10:44 left in the third quarter, and there's, I think, 3 turnovers and 2 touchdowns and 4 field goals and everything else in that first, 5 minutes and 16 seconds. It is what it is. We had turnovers too. I mean, we're not that bad a team, people. Everyone wanted to know if we were going to walk out here 48-14 with our chins held high. Absolutely. I mean, on the 14 side of things, we're competitors. We earn the right to play in this game too, and I'm excited to protect those players. They earned this opportunity, and we fell short. Very close, but short.
Next question for Coach Best.
Coach, Sam Adams, KHQ in Spokane. With the crowd being as it was, did you guys notice that?
No intimidation. The crowd was not a factor. We had 0 false starts on the game. I know where you're going with this, but the crowd was not a factor. I felt like actually most of the game we controlled and played at our tempo and our pace. We're a better team. We play at a faster tempo. We just couldn't get in a rhythm because we were first and 20. It seemed like every drive. So that's hard to play our brand of ball. We did play our brand of ball. We were doing what we wanted to do, but to do that, you got to be able to move the stick. So the crowd was 0 a factor. Fanatical fan base, love the fan base, very grateful. A lot of them said, "Congratulations, coach," meaningfully coming off the field, but the fans were not an issue in terms of from a noise standpoint. Sorry to cut you off, Sam.
Far right side.
John Blanchett, Spokesman Review. Aaron, the fourth quarter, you couldn't get their offense off the field. A 10-minute drive that kind of sucked the air out of the game. Anything they were doing that drive they weren't doing before, or was fatigue setting in? What was an issue?
Good question, John. 12 carried the ball a lot, and we talked about that. When they need a first down, guess who they're going to have? 12 is going to keep the ball. We just, unfortunately, he's experienced, he's talented, he's a big kid, he's athletic. I mean, I don't know if there's a bad thing about Mr. Stick. And we knew it, and great teams and great players are hard to stop even when you know what's going to go on. So we got them to third down, but we just couldn't stop them on third down. And then they missed the field goal, which kind of gave us a little bit of momentum. We went down the field, and like I said, I don't know how many plays it was, 5 or 6 plays, and felt like we had a chance. And that onside kick was right in front of me. Had a chance, perfectly kicked by Roldan, and we just didn't recover it. Had the onside, did the attempt again, and the game was history.
Coach, can you put into words what this season has meant for this program, for you, that, an emotional roller coaster, and how would you describe this season?
That's a tough one, 20 minutes out. In a weird way, I would say the same thing, win or lose, because it's hard to reflect back on something that's taken place not just from August to this point with these guys, but from, like we talked about, Thanksgiving of 17. So I'm going to have to get back to you, and I know where you work. We'll make that happen, but I'm not going to get reflective right now in terms of give you a microcosm of the season after we played our absolute backsides off today and came short. I just think it'd be unfair to roll something out that I haven't kind of had time to reflect on to give you more of a detailed and answer.
Eric Barriere has joined us. We'll wait for the other 2 student athletes before taking question for the group of 3. A few more questions for Coach Best.
Brenna Green, Crum 2 News. Coach, you go for that fake field goal there. What made you decide you wanted to do that there? And is that play something that's new, or was it something that you kind of had in your back pocket all season long?
No, it was in the front pocket. We saw film, something we were going to attack in their field goal block unit. They lined up exactly way different than they had shown on probably 50 field goal attempts. Don't know why, but I watch all special teams as well as a head coach. And so I got the question of, is that the look we wanted or thought we were going to get? And the answer is emphatically no, but I didn't answer at the time. But we still executed. We knew that it was available. We actually were thinking about doing that on a 2-point play, and I decided to pull it out sooner to get us jump-started and get us a touchdown early going into halftime, trying to create some momentum.
Other questions for Coach Best? If none, Coach, we'll have questions for the student athletes. Obviously, you're more than welcome to stay during their availability. But we can start with questions for Eric while we wait on his 2 teammates.
Before then, I want to say thank you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate this. It's hard to be up here in these situations, to face questions that are hard to answer after this platform that we're on. But I appreciate you folks for doing your job and your jobs well. Even though it's hard for us, I know that's the job you have to do. So I appreciate you and for what you do and what you stand for. Thanks.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for Eric Barriere? In the back.
Hi, Eric. Sam Adams, KHQ. Can you just put into words what this experience has been like? I know it didn't end the way you had hoped, but what was this overall experience? What did it mean to you?
It was definitely a memorable moment because just being out here in Frisco, just doing the activities, and just like the Miracle League stuff, just seeing all that stuff was just memories that I'll take down with me. But it hurts, like losing, just especially how we lost. And yeah, that's about it.
Second row.
Brenna Green, Crum 2 News. Eric, I saw you engage, kind of talk down there at the very end. What was that exchange like between the 2 of you?
Just too close. Just because me and Gage, our friendship has grown a lot. So just 2 friends just coming together, just like saying thank you, like gonna miss you, and pretty much like that, and just telling me just keep my head up because the future is bright, and I know his future is bright too.
Other questions for Eric? In the back.
Eric Coulter, Skyline Sports. What was your What was your mentality like coming into this game? Did you feel any sense of nerves or anything like that, or it seemed like you settled in pretty quick?
No, I wasn't nervous. Just wasn't executing like how I wanted to. But no, I wasn't nervous. I just tried to be as calm as I always do every Saturday when I go out there, and just sometimes stuff don't go your way.
Far back with by the window there.
Eric, Craig Haley from Stats. When you're playing from behind, is it any different playing from behind versus North Dakota State than other teams? Either way, can you talk about playing from behind?
I don't think there's any different because like our mentality is we can score fast. So we know if we're behind, we can kind of keep the chains moving, go up tempo, and kind of tire teams out. So in this situation, we were just trying to play fast, try to score, and hopefully defense get a stop.
Again in the back on the left side.
Alyssa Charleston, KXLY in Spokane. Eric, your first full year coming into it as a starter, you make it to the national championship. What do you take from this experience, and what do you think, just initially, what are the first things you'll learn from this experience on the field today into next year?
Just hungry, really, because the off season starts now. Like since that game is over, watch film, just take all that with me and just be better. Really, that's all I can say. Because next year we got a lot of players coming back, and hopefully we can return again.
Kentner Kupp joining us now as well. So questions for either Mr. Kupp or Mr. Barriere. Sorry, left side.
Yeah, Jeff Kopak from the Fargo Forum. Eric, as explosive as you guys are, how tough was it to watch NDSU hold the ball for 10 minutes in the fourth quarter?
I mean, it was tough, yeah, just seeing them just do what they do. But we all believe in our defense and know that they played their hearts out. Because defense got stops and key moments, and then we didn't do what we were supposed to do. So it was kind of vice versa. But it would definitely suck just seeing them keep getting first down and moving the chains. But defense was giving them a handful for sure.
To the right.
Eric, question for you about the defense. What was it that presented such a challenge going up against that defense, especially in the first half?
Their ends did a good job of just rushing up the field, trying to make me step up and trying to make me break the pocket, especially with a spy on me. But also, I think we hurt ourselves in a way because we definitely drove the ball on them, but penalties killed us, and that's tough when you get a big game like 20+ yards, but then also you lose like 10 or 15+ yards just after you get a big game. So, but their defense they're a great defense.
Kentner, why don't you follow up on that? The other side, the biggest challenges you faced with the North Dakota State offense today.
Just trying to keep them out of their zone and keep them in third and long, second and long, and just trying to put ourselves in a good position to have success. And they did a good job early on of making those 3rd and 1s and 3rd and 2s available and then taking advantage of those.
More questions for the student athletes. Left side, near the back.
Lucas Napolis with Reddit College Football. The first 5 minutes of the second half was absolute chaos. We saw 3 turnovers and 2 massive plays for touchdowns. What was going through your guys' heads during that time?
Eric, you can start.
Just really just trying to settle in. I think just especially with the pick that I threw, then they threw it right back, and I think both teams probably came a little rowdy, amped up. Probably, but I think like once everybody started to settle in, then we started to move the ball.
Kentner, if you can move in just a little bit closer to the microphone as you answer this question. Thank you.
Yeah, like Eric said, just kind of trying to roll with the punches and take advantage of opportunities. And we knew that they were going to have take some shots and make some plays, and it was about being able to ride those out and continue doing what we're supposed to do.
Sam McPherson joins us now as well. And Sam, if you could follow up on that question, just the craziness of that start of the third quarter, just what that was like through your eyes.
Yeah, it was so back and forth. It was pretty crazy. It seemed like, well, first or second play, I think we turned the ball over, and then they turn it over, and then we turn it over. And it was wild for sure. I mean, it definitely got us up, got us down. And, yeah, it just ended up in their favor, and they ended up scoring that touchdown. So that kind of hurt us, but we battled back good.
All right, a few more minutes with student athletes. Again, Sam McPherson joining us now as well. So questions for Sam, Eric, or Kentner. Back on the right side.
This will be all for all three players. Is road environment, did it feel like it? And seemed like you guys battled it pretty well, but how would you describe the atmosphere in playing here today?
Sam, you can start us off there.
It was unbelievable. I mean, I've never been a part of this many fans. Actually, Montana, but I mean, this is the loudest venue I've ever played at, and it was just a blast, honestly. And yeah, the NDSU fans are crazy. We didn't have too many fans there compared to NDSU, but ours were super loud too, and it was definitely a fun atmosphere.
Eric?
Yeah, I have to agree with Sam. Just the atmosphere was something I'll never forget, just seeing both fans just cheering loud and proud, and just the intense of the game was just crazy.
Kentner?
Yeah, it was pretty much what you expect going into a national championship. Pretty electric out there.
All right, one more question for the student athletes. In the middle.
Brenna Green, Crim 2. Sam and Kentner, this is your guys' last time in an Eastern uniform. Do you have any sort of message for the fan base about your time here at Eastern?
I'd just say thank you for the experience and the opportunities, and it's been an honor to play for these guys and with these people, and something I'll cherish forever.
Yeah, but just piggybacking off of that, it's just been an absolute honor to play for Eastern. When I signed here, this is exactly what I expected to be in the national championship game. Obviously, it didn't turn out how we wanted it to, but it's just been an absolute blast to wear this Eastern uniform, and we'll all be EKGs for life. So.
That was Kentner, followed by Sam answering that last question. Men, thank you very much. Congratulations on an incredible season. We hope to see you back here in Frisco very soon.
Thank you.